Hello guys and welcome back to Done So Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing none other than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Let's start, shall we?
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Alright, so Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, while yes, I don't think this movie is better than the first one, I really enjoyed the first one. The first one had some really great laughs. In fact, when it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy, I really think Guardians of the Galaxy is the best way to look at the MCU as a whole. Because what does the first Guardians of the Galaxy have? It has literally some funny moments, some heartfelt moments, some great action, and great storytelling. And it's all wrapped up in one big team. That's the Guardians of the Galaxy 1. What can you say about its sequel? You can say the exact same thing about the sequel, only here's the thing, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, you can pretty much say is just like every other Guardians of the Galaxy. You can pretty much say Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is just like every other sequel to the MCU, because Guardians of the Galaxy 2, really what it does is it just progresses the story and progresses the character development of the characters. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now, granted, I don't think it's as good as the first Guardians of the Galaxy, not by a long shot, but I think it's a really good movie. This time around, we actually have a lot more focus on the character of Star-Lord more than anyone else, which is fantastic. I really liked Star-Lord in the first movie, and you know, the whole thing with his mother and all of that, getting his traumatic backstory, finding out all the other guys' backstory, working as a team. Well, their teamwork is pretty much tested to its max in this movie. And by the end of it, it makes sense that their teamwork it doesn't really break throughout the rest of the series. I just love Star-Lord, and I love this movie. I really do. That's the thing. And yet, I have to admit this. Unlike, you know, Stranger Things and all the other movies, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I really do. But when you compare it to the 10 plus years of character development and character growth and great movies that have come out, I'm afraid Guardians of the Galaxy, as much as I do love it, they fall flat compared to everyone else. Because, I mean, you got Tony Stark, Iron Man, you got Captain America, Thor for everybody else, not necessarily me, but Thor. Like, there are some major characters that have major great movies. Black Widow is a great character that gets great care. In fact, the Avengers movies basically are Black Widow's movies all the way through, and she's the pinnacle point of those movies, and I just love Black Widow in those movies. When you compare it to all of those other great movies, Guardians of the Galaxy just comes down to being a pretty good average film. But if I take those movies out of the MCU and just focus on the story alone, not focusing on what these movies have in terms of how they affect the entire MCU, just look at these movies alone, I find myself absolutely loving Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. 2 less than 1, but hey, it's still a fantastic movie just because of what it means for the character of Star-Lord. And Star-Lord's going to be the main focus of this video, I feel like. So, you guys already know the story. Basically, Star-Lord and the team are doing their hero thing. Yondu is Yondu, and guess what? Apparently Star-Lord's long-lost dad comes into the picture and is like, "Hey son, I want to be a family again. I want to show you my plant, and I want us to be a family again and join together and have some good times, you know, because it turns out Yondu never got a chance to bring you to me like I asked him to. And so, yep, now that I found you, let's have some good old father and son bonding." That's what the story basically is. And yeah, you know, it's fantastic. And then, of course, you have the relationship between Star-Lord and Gamora. You know, I do like these two characters, their relationship together. I think it just works. I think it was just fantastic. I enjoyed their relationship in this movie. I felt like the progression of their relationship is very solid, and it makes sense why in Avengers it means so much, and he does end up loving her. It means so much to her that he actually pulled that trigger. The problem is, that trigger, when he pulled that trigger on that gun to shoot her dead, it didn't work in Avengers, only because Thanos already had the Reality Stone. But he did pull that trigger. He did show that he loved her. And I feel like without the progression that you have in this movie, you would never feel that in Avengers. And that's what's so good about this movie. As for the other characters, Mantis is Mantis. Drax is, he's even stupider than before. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed him in the first movie, but I really felt like he was less of a joke and more of a ruthless character, because when it comes to him, I don't mind him being stupid, but when it comes to him, he should have had more ruthlessness to him as a character, because he lost his family and everything, and he just wants to kill Thanos for what Thanos has done to him. And yet, they make him a joke. And while I don't mind him being stupid, I kind of wish they didn't make him a joke. And granted, he does have some of the funniest lines in the movie. It's just, when it comes to Drax as a character, I really feel like they shouldn't have made him such a big joke in the movie. It's the same process I go with Thor, to be honest with you. I enjoy the character of Thor. I just wish he wasn't as big of a joke as they made him out to be. In scheme of things, when I'm watching the movie, I enjoy the jokes, I enjoy the humor, I laugh at them. But at the end of the day, when I look at how these characters are throughout the entire film, yeah, Drax, Thor, they become kind of the same arc, and I'm like, they could have been better if you didn't make him such a big joke. I like the jokes, but you should have made them a big joke. As for Rocket and Groot, okay, Groot is funny. Groot, this little kid Groot, I find him funny. I find him building up his relationship with Rocket as his quote-unquote dad is funny. I just enjoy the entire aspect of it. And then you get, of course, to Star-Lord's dad, Ego. God. What can I say about this guy? He ends up being the villain at the end of the movie. It ends up that the plant that he takes him to is actually his plant. He's actually a living plant. The form that he takes, that he talks to him with, is basically just him. Is basically just a version of him. Like, it's really weird. It's interesting though. And oh my god, when he actually finally revealed the most evil thing he did was that he is the one that actually technically killed Star-Lord's brother by having that cancer in her. Oh my god, that was terrible. And it turns out that the only reason why he was there in the first place was not to fall in love, but to plant evil seeds across the galaxy so he can absorb their energy and become much more stronger and powerful. Yep. And of course, because of that, because he's a celestial being, Igor is a celestial being, which is why Star-Lord was able to actually grab the Power Stone in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, because he is half human, half celestial. And I enjoyed the fact that they actually gave us a reason as to why he was actually able to do that, because really when you think of it, you shouldn't be able to touch the Power Stone if you don't have that type of power. So I like the fact that they brought back that continuity within the films. I really do. And I just think that in terms of Guardians of the Galaxy, I love them. They are fantastic movies. I love what it means for Star-Lord's character in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 especially. And of course, once Star-Lord is actually able to defeat his dad, we have, of course, Yondu. Oh my god, when Yondu comes in and sacrifices himself to save Star-Lord's life, Star-Lord finally realizes that Yondu actually is the father that he always had in the beginning. I really do like that kind of message. And yeah, you can really tell that Yondu does care for Star-Lord, which is crazy because I thought Yondu was not going to be just another random pirate character. Like, I didn't really think we were going to have a great character development for Yondu, but it turns out that he cares more about Star-Lord than his real father ever could. I really like that. I really like the way they ended Yondu's character arc. Again, rest in peace, Yondu, what can I say? But with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of Star-Lord's development in Guardians of the Galaxy? Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was a great movie to me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.